So different people have different culture. So yeah, and this culture also, model, or I would say lay down the way parents have to, relate with their children. And so in so many culture, when we talk about the Western culture, the child has the right to express his anger. He has the right to talk back to the parent the way he is feeling. But when we talk about our own culture here, in so many cultures, you will see that anger is not made for the child. Anger is made for the adult. So you, the child, no matter what you are feeling, you have no right to express your anger. That is culture. You have no right to express your anger. And you also have no right to talk back at your parent when they are talking. Even when you have the point, even when what they are saying is not correct, you want to correct them to say, no, it is not like that. Some culture does not, do not permit that. You don't do that. You don't talk back at your parent. Then some cultures, you see that it states how, maybe according to gender, how a woman should behave and how a man should behave. You know that in some culture, that the man is not supposed to express his emotion in the public. So no matter how painful something is, that he should bottle it up. He shouldn't express it. Do you know, to the extent that some culture will say that you should not even express your affection to a woman? That if you express your affection to a woman, she will look down on you. That a man is always a man. So it's always a man. Even when something, you are in pain, you see parents will tell you, you are a man, why are you behaving like this? Man up. You are not supposed to cry. They will say a man is not supposed to cry. And that is how you see parents, we bring their children in that way, that a child, a man child is not supposed to cry. Do you understand? Another one again, you see that as I said, you are not supposed to express your anger. It is only the parent that are supposed to express their anger or to say what is wrong with them. A man is supposed to express his authority in the public. Whether he is a child, they say express your authority in the public. And sometimes the society will live in. You see, even though it's not your culture, but that's the society you live in. The society influences you. You see what other people are doing. That is how you want also to bring up your children, because of the society influencing you. So sometimes some people allow their children to express their feeling because of the society. Then sometimes, because of the society, children are not allowed to express their feelings. So you see that is why you see two different people from two different cultures, when they come together, you understand. That is why you have to discuss your culture. You have to discuss what is expected and what it is not expected, what is allowed or what it is not allowed. Because even the society where you live, they have their own expectation. The society has its own expectation, the way they want to see people behave. So when you come together, you have to discuss that, so that when the other person along the journey start demanding for something, the other person will say, no, in my culture, it is not like that. So you have to have understanding of each other's culture, and you have to have understanding of your own culture. But as we are growing in the modern time now, you don't have to carry your own culture of before, the way your parents brought you up, and you want to bring up your children now with that culture of olden day culture, the way they brought you up. You are not supposed to do this. Like in olden days culture, like in my place, you are not, no matter how painful, no matter how they criticize you, they abuse you, you are not supposed to deny food. When they give you food, whether you are eating, you are crying, you have to be eating and crying. You cannot deny food, you cannot reject food. You must eat it, even when you are crying, you have to be eating it. Do you understand? So that is culture. Do you understand? So we have different culture, and people are coming from different culture and different society. So it really, really influences the way we bring up our children. Yeah.
Okay, so finally, in what ways can schools, religious groups, or communities partner with families to reduce trauma?
Yeah, like the school, the school have to have effective communication with the parents. They have to have, the school have to be observant of the behavior of the children. If you know your students or pupils from the beginning, you know how they are behaving, most especially class teachers that are very close to these pupils or students. You know initially the way they are behaving, and you are seeing another behavioral pattern in the children. So you cannot just keep it to yourself. You have to partner with the parents. You have to let the parent know about what you observe. Many a times it is the school that observes something and call the attention of the parent. Because many a times parents are absent parents, or they are too busy doing other things. But you see that school will recognize or know something that is happening. Let me give you an example of what happened. There used to be this girl, very beautiful girl, and even though in primary 6, more than her age, she was 14 years in primary 6, because the mother gave birth to her out of wedlock, and she left her with her grandmother in the village. Though the mother now came to the city as a young girl and got married to somebody. She gave birth to 2 children. So she went and brought this girl. She told the husband that she is her cousin. So she warned the girl not to tell anybody that she gave birth to her. So that is how they are staying. And anytime this woman, because the man is an artisan, he doesn't go out early in the morning. But the woman, she goes to school, so she do leave in the morning and sometimes leaves the girl with the younger one. So this man has been making advances on this girl. So when she comes to school, she will be absent-minded. When learning, even when learning is going on, her attention is not there. She is not learning, she is not doing anything. Sometimes she sit down and just be crying. So a teacher, observe and got that, and they get to me. So we now interview her. So she now open up and say, this is what is happening. So, but she said, when we go, we should not let the mother know that she told us that she is her mother. We should be referring to her as her auntie.
Oh my God.
So, but this woman deny everything, that this girl just want to break her home, that her husband is not doing that, and she wants to go back to the village and continue living useless life. She refused to agree that her husband is making advances on this girl. So what am I saying? You know that it was the school that observed that. At home, that observation was not there. So school can liaise and with the family to be able to cope trauma. When you observe anything, you should that open communication, effective communication should be there between the school and the parent. And also in school, when we know that a child is passing through trauma, we should avoid triggers. We should also avoid triggers, because if you know that a child, this is what is passing through at home, then in the school also you are doing that to the child. Maybe beating, that is why corporal punishment and beating has stopped in school. You understand? Or you call, many teachers will call children by name. You know, like you call a child Olodo, you call the child big head. You understand? You are not helping matter. But you know, you should also support the children. We are there to, the teachers are there, or school is there to teach the children, to mold the children, to ensure that there is behavior modification. So if we do that, we will help the children. And we should also report to the parent if there's any progress. If we are seeing progress, let the parents know. We should not just keep it, or teachers or schools should not just keep it to themselves. Let them report to the parents if they see progress in their child. And whatever they see in the child, they should also call the attention of the parent. Parents and schools should build synergy where they will be able, communicating, helping the children to grow healthy and to minimize, the effect of trauma. And religious body. I'm a Christian. I want to talk about Christianity. Like in the church, there should be pastoral counseling. You understand? And the church or religious body should recognize maybe an individual or a family that is passing through trauma. This trauma could be as a result of loss. It could be as a result of natural disaster. It could be as a result of anything that is hurting the person. So if this religious body, recognize such a person, they should not leave the person in isolation. Making the person to be in isolation, it's making the person to feel rejected. It's making the person to feel not supported. So it shouldn't be so. You should bring the person closer. You should support the person. And you should teach the person, you understand, teach him the word of God, and teach the person meditation. And there should be spiritual counseling, even as I said, pastoral counseling and spiritual counseling, and prayer. And prayer, when we pray. And if the person needs financial support, let there be financial support for the person. Moral support should be given to the person. And people should rally around the person, and the person will feel belong. And you see that the healing process will be fast. And before you know it, the person will be restored back to normalcy. That, judging the person, criticizing the person, and condemning the person. Because there are places that people do that. You understand? So they judge the person, they condemn the person, they criticize the person. It shouldn't be so. Even in the community, the same thing should be done. Support the person. You understand? You support the person financially, materially, morally, with our presence. When we come closer to the person, encourage the person. Focus on learning from mistake rather than looking for perfection every day from the person. You want the person to be perfect. When the person make any mistake, you want to remind the person of what he has been doing before. Or you tell the person, hey, no wonder you are an ex-convict. So you understand, by so doing, you understand you are not supporting the person. But when you support the person with, sometimes the person too will feel, why am I doing like this again? No, you encourage the person and tell you will do better. You tell the person by no verbally or non-verbally, you encourage the person, telling the person that he will do better. You should continue learning. You see that the healing process will be fast, and the person will not be, retrograding or regretting.
This has been way beyond what I thought I was getting into. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much
Thank you for having me.
for taking time out of your very busy schedule. You've always been one person who is always looking out for people, always trying to see how you can help and encourage and lift someone. I really, really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
I hope that when next you a chance, we will always be glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I will be happy to be here
thank you so
again.
much. Yeah. So this has been our episode for today. If you take anything away from today's discussion, let it be the importance of open communication. Because truly, if you are able to communicate effectively, most of those problems will not be there. Thank you, and see you again.